Allora, so now this is nice and raffreddato, nice and cool.
Raffreddato, yeah.
Is that a good word?
It is. When it's cooled down, pretty much what we do, we just try to get the excess of the cooking liquid off. And we're going to move it in our KitchenAid.
Because this is like the process of making, as we said, mayonnaise, yes?
Yeah.
And Mantecato for our viewers at home, of course, means to beat, to whip, and that's exactly what we're about to do.
That's exactly what we're going to do. And
did you know that Norway, which is where we get most of this codfish from, about 88 of their production goes out to Italy?
No, I didn't.
They wouldn't be living without the Italians. That's why they celebrate Italian Day, I think.
And when we move all these Baccala in the machine, then we start to add our ingredient.
All right, beautiful.
Alrighty.
So let's start that off. So what are you putting in first?
In first, we're gonna add in the shallots. Then we're gonna add in the parsley. Just be generous with the parsley.
Yes.
Then we're gonna add in the lemon zest and a bit of lemon juice, but only adding half of it.
Why is that?
It's just in case they need to, because it's really, really strong.
Yes.
I can always add more if we need to.
And you can adjust it.
Exactly.
Bene,
and
bene.
half of our lemon juice.
Bello.
And there's our base. And today we're gonna start to get the machine working, and we're just gonna gently add the whole like a mayonnaise.
Mantecare. Vai.
When all the ingredients are mixed up,
Yes.
and you wanna try to break down the Baccala as much as possible.
All right. And away you go. It's not even a strong smell, is it?
No, not really. No, it's because the milk. The milk
Takes away the salt and the strength of the fish.
Yeah, we can start to add our oil now, gently.
Look at that. Do you know, in the old days when my grandmother used to do this, Mirco, she didn't actually fry off the Baccala. She did much simpler. It was just boiled, so probably a little bit less flavours. But she'd put it in a plastic container and she'd beat it for an hour, adding in oil. So that's another way.
It's just another way to do it.
It is. That's the old-fashioned way.
And,
of course, they didn't have KitchenAids in there.
No, they didn't.
Oh, yummy.
We're lucky. And I think probably we're almost there. Now we let it go a little bit.
Now, how do you know how much oil the dish will take?
When it's becoming, you can see that now it's very creamy compared to before. Then it was almost. It's like almost when you mantecate risotto.
Yeah.
You go all the risotto separate. Then you add in your butter or mantecate and it all come creamy. Same principle.
It is too.
And now what we need to do is just to taste it.
Chefs always adjust their seasoning, of course. How is it?
I will probably go for a bit more lemon. But there's me. So I'm just gonna add in the rest of the lemon juice. A little bit, maybe another couple of tablespoons of oil. And there we go. And we go our mantecato. Now then we go our mantecato, which is exactly how my Mamma Loretta was making it for me. And now we're gonna get Caterina to try some. This we go our crostini made out of like day-old bread, and we just spread them on top. Or you can even serve them separate and scoop them on top yourself. There's one for you. And one for me.
È favoloso, veramente, sai? Ben legato. Legato means it's come together absolutely perfectly, as you can see. And of course, we're going to go into the kitchen and meet the chefs again. Michelle Goldsmith, of course, is going to be assisting Mirco Sperry tonight. And of course, because she's a little bit of a whiz on the pasta, she's going to be assisting in making this open ravioli. So it's an open sheet of pasta, quite easy to do. Probably much less time consuming than doing the individual ravioli. And of course they're going to be showing us what was made famous in Italy years ago. Gualtiero Marchesi made this famous, his signature of putting a fresh parsley leaf and rolling it into the pasta. So we're just funking it up a little bit. All right, viewers, now of course Michelle, who is a deft hand at making pasta, she thinks she taught us.
Right.
Now, let's just tell our viewers quantities here for this pasta.
Okay, well we've got 100 grams of plain flour here, 400 grams of semolina, and 5 whole eggs.
Right, and you've added the oil to the eggs,
Oil
and
and
you've
a
added
pinch of salt to the flour.
All right, off you go. Let's start. Now, Mirco, I've got to just tell you something interesting about Baccala. because I was doing a little bit of research, and did you know that it actually hit the shores of Italy in about 1432? Now, Michelle, you've put the eggs in, so now you're going to start bringing this dough together, correct?
Yes.
So, and of course, all the work is in her hands. She's exerting quite a bit of pressure, and away we go. Now, there was a very famous marinaio, which was a sailor, who actually brought it in. Do you remember what his name was?
Not on top of my head.
Querini.
Querini.
So, but of course, Baccala as a dish was the dish of the seamen, of the poor people. It really wasn't terribly accepted. It took at least a century, and in fact, further on in the history of Italy, something around 1563, some of the early recipes in the writings of Bartolomeo Scappi, who of course was the chef to Pope Pio V, there were some early recorded recipes of Baccala. And what's interesting about that, so suddenly from poor people's food, it actually came to the nobility and of course to the popes. So it really elevated itself.
It's very expensive now as well.
And it's very expensive, yes, absolutely. They didn't know that at the time. Oh, look at that. Whilst I was talking, you prepared the perfect dough. Look at that. Now, how long do we have to let that rest for, Michelle?
We let it rest for half an hour to an hour in the cool room.
All right. Covered?
Covered, yes.
Covered. All right.
Time for us to roll it out.
Mirco?
Is this good enough for you, Chef?
Yes, beautiful.
Sure.
Have you taught her well or she taught you well?
We told each other.
Oh, that's very clever. All right. And look at that. As you can see, the pasta is lovely and pliable, but it does need a little bit of work, doesn't it?
Yes.
But of course, Michelle, you've got a little bit of a twist on this dough, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll it out so it's quite thin.
Yes.
And we're gonna put a couple of parsley leaves in there.
Yes.
Fold it over. Roll it out, and we'll have nice little pasta sheets, so to speak, with parsley in them.
Right. Do you know who made that famous?
No, I do not. I would like to know, Kat. Please tell me.
Well, it was
Gualtiero
Marchesi who made it very famous, probably back in the late 80s?
Late 80s, beginning of the 90s.
There you go. Keep it going. Now, what's the next bit? Now, I know that Stephanos picked this beautiful parsley for us, so how big do you want the leaves to be?
Pretty much just a full leaf.
A full leaf. All right. Beautiful. It's like so.
Yep.
All right, so now you're going to turn it over. Well, there you go. Now, Mirco, do you remember who made this famous in Italy?
Of course.
Who was that?
Maestro Gualtiero Marchesi.
Yes, and of course, do you remember the time?
Late 80s.
Late 80s. Well, I know that prawn cocktails are coming back into fashion, and so is corned beef, so we're bringing back the 80s.
Yeah.
What now is the next part of this recipe, Mirco? Because this is your dish, so...
But we're gonna cook the nice square pasta that Michelle she cut up.
Yes.
That's the next step.
Yes.
So they're gonna heat boiling water.
So Mirco's been cooking for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
The eggs obviously cooked through, pasta's beautiful, still light, and not breaking at all, as you can see, because it's perfectly mixed. Now, Michelle, you're dressing it with a bit of pure extra virgin olive oil.
Yes.
All right.
Now we're going to put it together.
Now, what's the purpose of that? Just to give...
Just so it doesn't stick together.
All right, no worries. All right, so the base is the pasta.
Yep.
This, of course, is the beautiful Baccala Mantecato. Well, actually, it's the Baccala, it's not the Mantecato, because this is pre. There you go. Beautiful thyme, of course. Oh, the smell is to die for. And you can see you can build up your open raviolo and it becomes a very substantial entree. Or if you cut your pasta squares even larger, you can turn it into a main course.
Yeah.
Even bigger, yes? Because I know Gualtiero Marchesi used to make big sheets, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. So he's only put 2.
Yeah. You just wanted to make this your own, didn't you? And then, Michelle, to finish off this beautiful raviolo, what do we do?
Just to finish it off, we've got like a little caper and parsley burnt noisette here.
All right.
Or burnt butter.
Burnt butter. And look, just look at that. This is what I call a dish fit for the scaglieri. You know what they say?
Scaglieri, yeah.
This is the dish fit for kings. And of course, it is one of the dishes which has been made famous all over northern Italy, but Mirco has decided to make it his own by putting in the Baccala filling. And of course, you don't need to use Baccala, you can use other things, but I think this is a very beautiful dish.